There are three big questions that we all struggle with at some stage. What's the meaning of life? What happens after we die?
Mum, Dad, can we please get a dog?
You're 25, mate. Get your own dog.
Yay!
There are estimated to be around 4.2 million pet dogs in Australia. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
But before you decide to buy yourself a furry cuddle slave, there are some important things to consider, like where to buy one.
You could look online.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Look at this one. It's free and all they're asking for is the money to deliver it.
Drop it! The puppy may not even exist. When looking online, beware the puppy scam.
They can often be found on social media or trading websites, and they come in the form of ads for adorable pups at a really cheap price or even free.
But they often say that you need to pay fees for transport, customs or medical bills before the pup can be delivered. ScamWatch say that if the price of a new purebred dog is too good to be true, it probably is. Avoid any arrangement with a stranger that asks for upfront payment via money order or wire transfer, as you might not get it back.
But surely they can't all be scams? Look, I found a seller and she's got the puppy right here.
Leave it! Even if the puppies do exist, there are some important questions that you need to ask the seller beforehand. Like, can I visit where these puppies are from?
Oh, duh. We all know where puppies come from. They're woven out of clouds by angels and then they float down like snowflakes onto the soft hay of a...
They could come from a reputable breeder, but for many puppies, that's not the case. They could be from a puppy farm,
Aww.
which the RSPCA defines as an intensive breeding facility that doesn't meet the dog's needs, leading to very sick or very dead dogs.
Oh.
That's why it's so important to visit where the dog was bred, something no reputable breeder should have a problem with.
Fine, I'll just buy one from a pet store.
Help! Even then it could be from a puppy farm.
What?
Yeah, the RSPCA says you need to do the same research when buying from a pet store. Why? Because the pet industry is messier than dog doo-doo. A checkout viewer recently bought a puppy from a pet shop. When we called that pet shop to... Oh, come on, be realistic. When we called that pet shop to ask for more information, they insisted it was from a nice old lady where all the dogs were free range and she was registered with the Australian Association of Pet Dog Breeders. But when we asked for
Contact details for the breeder? Or any paperwork on the puppy's parents?
the pet shop refused, saying that the breeder didn't want to deal with the public. We asked the RSPCA to help us follow it up, and they told us that pet shops don't have to tell the consumer the source of their puppies.
So even if you buy from a pet store, it can be hard to find out where the dog is from. Although, if it does show signs of sickness or abuse, animal welfare authorities can investigate.
Like in the case of Toro, who was bought from a Perth pet store but collapsed 9 days later from bronchopneumonia and had to be put down.
An RSPCA investigation led to a...
Puppy farm?
Bingo! Sorry, not you, Bingo. Even though the store that sold Toro was a member of the Pet Industry Association of Australia.
Whose policy guaranteed that puppies bought from its members were sourced from responsible breeders.
That pet shop has since had its membership terminated. But as the RSPCA points out, registered doesn't necessarily mean a breeder's responsible. Accreditation is only ever as good as its enforcement. Remember
The Australian Association of Pet Dog Breeders.
that our nice old lady was registered with? Their founder and writer of their standards made the news when animal activists filmed her
On the toilet?
farm.
Oh.
What they found was that in 2013, her Condobolin breeding facility was...
falling below the industry standards she designed.
Now, we're not saying all puppies from pet shops are from puppy farms and there are good breeders out there, but the RSPCA says the only way to know for sure that the puppy was raised in healthy conditions is to visit the breeding facility and check out the conditions. Many breeders are rural, so it might be hard or even impossible for some people, but if you can, go and meet the parents.
My intentions are, well, I'll walk her every day, make sure that she takes her worming tablets, and...
If you're buying a purebred dog, it's important to know that some breeds have a higher risk of inheritable diseases, as there's a fine line between purebred and, you know, too close. But this applies to crossbreeds as well. The Australian National Kennel Council recommends that you ask the breeder whether they screen their dogs to make sure the parents are free from inheritable diseases. It's also worth reading up on the diseases that are common for the breed that you're interested in, and ask the breeder about them specifically.
Please, that's hardly civilised conversation. I'm sorry about her.
When buying a dog, you have consumer rights, just like buying anything else. It has to be described accurately
Ooh, it says this one's a guard dog.
and be fit for any specified purpose,
Oh.
which wasn't the case for Rex the cattle dog.
Who turned out to be more of a coward than cowherd, and it was ruled he could be returned for a full refund.
Oh, great. I'll get this one.
Sit! Okay, let's go for a walk.
Can I please buy a puppy from this farmer whose dog just had a litter?
If you're buying from a private seller, there's a good chance that that dog hasn't been vaccinated. So it's your responsibility to get it looked at by a vet, get it registered and microchipped.
Oh, great. I'll take it.
And remember, if you buy one off from a private seller, you're not covered under the consumer law. That's a rat in a dog costume.
Scammed!
If you're not set on buying a particular breed, there are some benefits to getting one from a shelter.
Do you take rats in dog costumes?
You bet.
You'll be giving a home to a dog that really needs one. Plus, they're reasonably priced to adopt, ranging from free to around $400. Plus, dogs from most shelters already come vaccinated, desexed and microchipped. They might not all be perfect, but remember, an ugly dog has a dramatically higher chance of going viral online. And if you're worried about bringing someone home with behavioural issues, many shelters offer a trial period to make sure that you're a good match. And if things don't work out, you can just return them. Thanks. You be a good boy.
That's a bit patronising, don't you? No!